that be wonderful?
Yeah. Okay, so consider American Reinvestment Act and Recovery Act of 2009 with $787 billion given to the Ferengi at Goldman Sachs and other banks. I added that little part. That's an ad lib. New commitments to venture capital funds in 2009, $15 billion. Let's do that one more time. The American Reinvestment and Recovery Act, also known as the bailout of the bankers who caused the problem. I don't mean to have a bias here, but giving bankers a huge bonus of American taxpayer dollars, $787 billion. New commitments to venture capital firms in the same year, $15 billion. Something is wrong here. But after a long shakeout and attractive conditions ahead, venture capital fund commitments down for the last 3 years. Positive contraindicator. We talked about that. Early stage valuations are stable, while late stage and IPO valuations are growing. Early stage, though, we've seen them go up a little bit.
Now they're going up, right?
Okay, but not crazy.
Not crazy.
But there's been some crazy moments.
Yes.
So we say, what? It's not a bubble, but there's a little bit of froth?
I'd say there's a little bit of froth, and like all things, though, keep in mind, in any market, there's a bear market and a bull market simultaneously.
Right.
It's
so the angel's bearish. The other
Yes.
end of the barbell's bearish with DST buying stuff in second market, and then in between, maybe there's some good value.
Yes.
Strong public market appetite for growth stories. Recent IPOs in the enterprise and consumer services sectors went
incredibly well received.
I mean, Tesla in green, and LinkedIn will be huge.
A local company here, Green Dot,
Green Dot, yes, that's a Sequoia company.
Yes.
Shout out to Michael Moritz. Venture capital firms, only the strongest survived the post-bubble shakeout. So the smart kids are still here. The dumb kids got eaten by the lions.
Yes, and by the way,
so
who do you want to be putting your money with, other than, if you were an investor, other than the venture capitalists who have survived two tremendously difficult recessions, the dot-com bubble bursting in the late 1990s, and then you had in 2008 the financial crisis. The venture
and also, by the way, some of those venture capitalists were also around in 95, 96 when we had a little like mini bubble burst. It was like the post-Netscape hangover.
Right.
I don't know how we contextualize that, but it was sort of like a mini closing of the public markets for 18 months.
Well, something a lot, for a while, you're right. Something a lot of people don't realize is that Amazon.com, it went public in 1997, it was actually a year later trading below its IPO price.
It was a dark period. Here we go. Venture-backed IPOs will return to pre-financial crisis levels in 2011. I agree. Looking at about 80.
Think about the class. We talk about these great classes. 1986, you had Oracle, you had Microsoft. You know, and of course,
companies built to last.
Yes. 1998, we had a whole slew of great companies, including eBay. Well, the class of 2011/2012 is going to be
legendary.
Legendary.
Juggernauts.
I mean, we're going to be LinkedIn and Facebook, Groupon, and Zynga. You throw
Twitter,
throw in Yelp, right?
Huge.
Pandora. I mean, we've got such a phenomenal class. Now, you've seen, too, Zipcar. Much of those companies are consumer internet companies. The market is really excited about those because how fast you can grow.
They're global consumer internet companies.
When else, right? Skype, it'll be Skype, Facebook, or Tencent. But one of these businesses, in the next, call it 18 months, we'll do what, if you're familiar with Singularity University, one of the things that the folks at Peter
Thiel.
Peter Thiel, I think, is a part of it too. Talk about there is that
Peter Diamandis.
Peter Diamandis. The goal is to hit 1 billion subscribers, 1 billion users.
The march to 1 billion. Yeah, it's gonna be Facebook.
Facebook or Skype or Tencent.
I think the Skype purchase today, by the way, it's just Microsoft building a Facebook competitor. I think they're gonna make Skype profile pages into a social network. But let's get back to.
You've been watching This Week in Startups. To watch the full episode, click here. To check out some other shows from This Week In, click here.